UFC Fight Night Vettori vs Dolidze has wrapped up, and it was actually a pretty good card. We had a lot of finishes. Like we had Carly Judus versus Janinzi Dubin. She got a head kick KO, which was brutal. Picked Carly Judus to win, and she got it done. Pretty good performance, very short, but she is a very good fighter, and her 3-2 record didn't speak to how good she really is. Because I think she got robbed in two of those losses. I think she's still undefeated personally. So I rate her. I think she's a good fighter. And Dubin, I just didn't rate her. I didn't think she was too good, as a fighter. But she's powerful. But I don't, she got like a once out of 10, like 1 out of 100 type of KO. Like I don't think she gets that KO she got in Dana White Contender Series most times out of 100. Then we had Priscilla Cachoeira versus Josiane Nunes. I can't believe I didn't pick Priscilla. I was literally tossing up picking her, and I decided not to because she had a shorter reach. How fucking stupid am I? But she got a brutal KO over Josiane Nunes. Nunes is probably going to get cut, right? She's on like a 3-fight losing streak. Yeah, that's probably it for her. Bantamweight just wasn't the move, even though she's tiny. It's just featherweights were really bad, so she could beat up on them. Then Andre Lima beat Daniel Perez. Good performance. Andre Lima, the only undefeated fighter to keep their undefeated record on this card. So, yeah, congratulations to him. He's on a good streak in the UFC. Beat Igor, beat Mitch Raposo, beat Felipe dos Santos, and now he's beat Daniel Perez. 4-0 now in the UFC. You got to think there's probably a ranked opponent coming his way. But yeah, good performance by Andre Lima. Also showcased his grappling as he got a rear naked, the first submission of his career, as he is typically a kickboxer. Then we had Sam Hughes versus Stephanie Luciano. I thought Stephanie Luciano won this fight, but I'm not going to cry about it. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm just going to be honest. I really don't care. But, yeah, Sam Hughes gets her hand raised. Sorry, I went all full fucking Joe Rogan's calling that. Who the fuck did he call? He called someone. I think it was it Yasmin Yurgi? No, it was Yasmin something. The Brazilian woman who fought last week. He called her a good man or a good, like, this young man has a lot of talent. I went full Rogan there, but yeah, Sam Hughes gets it done. Sam Page is now 10-6, and she keeps beating prospects. But yeah, she gets it done. Carlos Vera versus Josias Musasa was actually, like, this was crazy, but also not crazy. I actually said that this guy, Josias Musasa, should not be this big of a favorite. And I was right. Why was this guy such a big favorite? I didn't even think he won on Dana White Contender Series. He's powerful. I picked him, of course. I did pick him. Because I thought Carlos Vera was, like, awful. And maybe he still is awful. Maybe just Josias Musasa is worse. And I know it sounds like I'm completely shitting on Carlos Ferrer. He's not horrible. Like, I just mean in the grand scheme of things, he's 37 years of age. He's an older guy. Like, but apparently he was injured in the Rinya Nakamura fight. And maybe that really was a good excuse because, yeah, he just destroyed Josias. I don't think Josias really had any success in this fight. He was getting his body touched up. He was getting kicked up. And yeah, Carlos Vera won. Knocked him down with a beautiful head kick, and subbed him. Yeah, not really much else Josias could do. He got dropped and got subbed. He got clubbed and subbed. Maybe he can still be something. He's young, 26, but yeah, not a great UFC debut. But I mean, he's got his reach is completely different on Tapology, but apparently he has a 74-inch reach. So this guy. Could still be, something. He's got a long reach. Maybe he needs to work on some stuff. Like, he had a good chin. He had a lot of big head kicks, but eventually, you're going to get dropped when you don't have good defense. But yeah, anyway, congratulations to Carlos Vera. Then we had Su Young Yu. That's right, you were in this fight. You fought AJ Cunningham. You beat AJ Cunningham. But yeah, AJ Cunningham loses, obviously. I don't know how he made bantamweight because this guy's a big dude. And I feel like he could have actually won this fight. Like, I'm not saying he did. Obviously, he lost 30-27. But I'm saying he went in there way too technical. You're AJ Cunningham. Well, like, what are you doing? Why is AJ Cunningham fighting this technical fight. You're literally AJ Cunningham. You're a brawler. Like, why are you being patient? If he should have been on you, he should have been on you the whole time. He should have been in his face trying to gas him out, landing big shots. But no. No, he didn't. He fought really patient and then lost like clear 30-27. But yeah, good performance by you. Not very entertaining at all. I can see why Bird MMA wants this guy to get cut. He's not very entertaining. He had that cool moment on the road to UFC where he like went for like a, I think it was like a judo throw and then took the back or so, something along them lines. Maybe it was I don't know. It was some sort of throw into like a back. It was really slick grappling, but like, God, that was not a great performance, like entertainment wise, but still, it is what it is. Then we had Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Ryan Spann. Yeah, I picked Ryan Spann. I thought lighter man skill would work here, but no, he just came in here fat. Like he literally, instead of going in there as a super athletic. Oh my God, man, what is happening? Yeah, it's okay. Technical issues over with. Yeah, I was talking about Ryan Spann. Okay, yeah. For some reason, Ryan Spann, instead of going in athletic, in shape as he fought at light heavyweight, he completely decides to put on a bunch of fat, not train, like strength and conditioning, and yeah, just go in there and swing. Like, where was the lighter man skill here? Why was this guy not fighting like how he typically does at light heavyweight? Where were the like? I don't know. It was such a stupid game. Like he was doing good with the leg kicks, and he just abandoned and tried to brawl with a big heavyweight in Waldo Cortez Acosta. It was so weird to see from Ryan Spann, but also at the same time, this is the guy who's got some of the lowest fight IQ in the UFC. Like I made a video, one of my first videos that got like a bunch of views was just shitting on Ryan Spann for having low fight IQ. And then all the replies were, "Oh, you get in there. You got soft hands, brother." I remember these comments. I made a whole video talking shit to the people in the comments. One of them with some really shitty fucking music video on it. But like, this is the thing about Ryan Spann. He's always had the two things about him. He's powerful. He's athletic. But he has low fight IQ and he has a bad chin. And he's been chinned here again. Like, this is another KO loss. Like, a brutal KO loss. He's been KO'd at 3 different weight classes. Has Ryan Spann. And I just don't understand why he was going in there, like, brawling like that. He went for, like, a spinning kick at one time. Like, what are you doing? But Waldo wins. He gets him out of there, brutally just pounding his fucking head through the canvas. And Ryan Spann has lost once again. So yeah, congrats to Waldo Cortez Acosta. He called out Tai Tuivasa, which is a fucking insane call out to make in 2025. Like, bro, he's like 400 pounds and on a 5-fight losing streak. Like, pick on someone else, you bully. But he is still in the UFC, so I guess he's got to fight someone. And it's actually a winnable fight for Tuivasa if he goes the leg kick approach, but it's heavyweight. He probably won't do that. He'll probably just stand there and slug it out and get chinned. But yeah, Waldo Cortez Acosta gets the KO. Then we had the real fight. This was the people's main event. Kevin Valhas versus Sungwoo Chu. Kevin Valhas he's legit. I know people are going to say, well, Sungwoo Chu is 11-8, which is, yeah, fair enough. He doesn't really have the greatest chin, but like, you got to look at who he's lost to him. Plus, he's beat some pretty good guys. Like, he beat Yusuf Salal back in the day. Like, now Zalal's ranked. Like, Valhas just went in there and ran through him. It wasn't really remotely competitive. Went in there, chinned him, put him out, beat the shit out of him, and he is really good. Argentina is a very good prospect. This guy's the same age as me, which is crazy. Like, I'm actually older than this guy. Like, that is like insane. I don't know. Every time I see a fighter younger than me, it's always just insane. But yeah, Kevin Valhas, powerful. Maybe a little small for the division. Like, he isn't the biggest featherweight. Maybe he could go down bantamweight. Let's just go look through his record real quick. Like, I'm surely he's fought. I can't imagine he's always fought at featherweight. Maybe he's like fought at different weight classes. Featherweight. Yeah. So he's fought at bantamweight, but 139 pounds. Featherweight. featherweight. Yeah, okay, so a lot of featherweights. Maybe that is just the weight class for him. Maybe he's one of those guys where maybe he would be sacrificing too much going down. But he's young, good guy. He could definitely put on some muscle. I think he actually did build a bit of muscle for this fight, so I'd imagine like featherweight's where he wants to stay. He called out Gene Silver. Silver's not a guy who's going to bantamweight anytime soon. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I'd love to see Valhas get. I don't even know who I'd like want to see him fight. There's so many fun fights, but I reckon don't rush him. He's 23 years of age. Just let him beat up on some of the unranked featherweights. Some of the lesser guys. Maybe you could do him, but this might be a bit mean. But you could do him versus Weston Wilson. I mean, technically, Weston Wilson's coming off a win. It'd be very mean, but you could do that. You could do him versus. I don't know. There's a lot of good fights now. If you want just pure excitement, if you're not just looking for KOs, there's so many fun fights you could do for him. But yeah, I'm excited to see where his career goes because yeah, he's a good guy. And he's from a marketable country like Argentina. Like, come on, like he will have all of Argentina behind him. Then we had Bredson Ribeiro versus Dia Nurgose. Yeah, this was like insane to be honest. I didn't expect Bredson Ribeiro to drop him in the first round. Like he clearly just won this fight, just outright, just clearly dominated it. Uh, and Dr. like lost. He missed weight by 5 pounds. That is outrageous to miss by that much at light heavyweight. Like, are you kidding me? All right, it's 4 pounds because 206, but still, that is still an insane amount to miss the limit by 4.5 pounds. Like, what are you doing to miss by that much? Like, bro, like just go to fucking heavyweight. I don't understand it. Like, the guy isn't like a physical specimen. Why are you cutting all the way down to light heavyweight? Just fight at heavyweight. But yeah, Ribeiro got a Kimura, so yeah, that was pretty unexpected. This guy just keeps winning when you don't expect him to win. Like heavy favorite, four minus 400. Here comes Ribeiro. Like I feel like if this guy's the underdog, he just goes in there with like some mythical type aura about him where he just can't lose. Like he did the same shit to Bruno Lopez, but yeah, he gets it done. He's gonna be in the UFC. I think he's on a 2-fight winning streak now. Or did he get chinned again? Yeah, good God, Ribeiro's on a 2-fight winning streak. I can't believe it. I didn't even think he beat Kai Machado, but he definitely beat the year. Yeah, yeah. He's done it. He won. So fair enough. I did really bad for picks this card. Damon Blackshear beat Cody Gibson, but like it was not looking good at all. He was getting pieced up. He's getting dominated, to be honest. Then he just got another. We got another Kimura out of nowhere. Damon Blackshear gets the Hail Mary Kimura, and he won. Like he was really getting tuned up. He was getting beaten up. Cody Gibson was looking good, and I think he shot a takedown, got reversed into a Kimura, and that was it. But Cody Gibson was actually looking really good. So like respect, like, respect to him. He was doing good. But Damon Blackshear pulls through. Like when I say pulled through, it was not looking like remotely good for this guy. But yeah, Damon Blackshear gets it done. Like he's an underrated, very underrated guy. Is Damon Blackshear in this weight class? Like you got to look at the guys. Went to a draw with Yusuf Salal back in the day. Beat Stamen. Arguably beat Mario Batista. Beat Lucinda. They beat Jose Johnson. Not crazy wins, but Stamen and Gibson are good wins. And going to a draw with Yusuf Zalal, you gotta like respect that. Considering now Zalal is like at a ranked featherweight. But yeah, congrats to Damon Blackshear, and I'm thankful he won because it was not looking good for that fight because I picked him. But yeah, and then Alexander Hernandez beat Kurt Holloway. I don't really think he won this. I picked Alexander Hernandez, but I thought he lost the first 2 rounds on damage. Like I really did. I think he was tuned up. He was getting pieced up. He was getting badly beaten, and then he got a takedown in the second round, and they decided to give him to Hernandez. And not just that, one of the judges had this 30-27. That's bullshit. Like you can argue Hernandez didn't even win the fight, let alone give him 3 rounds is crazy to me. like damage. It's damage based scoring, and Holloway was doing the most damage. He was piecing up Hernandez. Hernandez has taken an insane amount of damage, and like now you're at a point where like his two wins, you could argue could have gone against him. I did think he beat Hubbard. I was pretty convinced he beat Hubbard, but in this fight, I really did think Holloway won. But yeah, it was close, I guess. But I just thought the damage really did go to Holloway. But I don't know. The judges love Hernandez. Let's not forget he robbed Francisco Trinaldo back in Dallas or Houston or San Antonio, whatever card it was in Texas. Then we had Chitty and Chikwi, another fighter got wrong. Chitty and Chikwi KOs with a knee, then elbows. Alessio Zaleski dos Santos, sorry. Great performance. He was doing good with the kicks. The first round he got badly wobbled by Zaleski, but ended up surviving. It wasn't like anything crazy. Maybe he just got hit off balance. But he looked hurt, but he recovered quickly, came back, and now he's 3-0 in the welterweight division. He's just chinned the toughest guy, like the best guy he's fought in the UFC. When he went to competitive decisions with Reese McKee and Jared Gooden. I don't know if Jared Gooden was close. I can't even remember that fight. But still, like, that's crazy to me. Then the main event, we had Roman Dolidze versus Marvin Vettori. I don't understand how there was a 49-46 for Roman Dolidze. I thought there was a clear 48-47 for Roman Dolidze. But I really do think there is an argument that you could give Marvin Vettori that fight just on damage. Because I think Roman won before I say this. I picked Roman. I think Roman did win. But there was points in that fight where I was like, did Roman really win that round though? Like, the first round I thought Marvin won pretty clearly. He did more, like he landed more shots. A lot of Dolidze's big shots didn't even land like clean. I thought Vettori landed the better shots, or at least the cleaner ones. Second round, I can't actually remember the second one, so yeah, fair play. Probably go to Roman, but I thought it was a close round from memory. And then the third round, like Vettori badly hurt Dolidze and had him like running. He had him on skates. Then the fourth, yeah, very clear for Dolidze. Fifth, not super clear for Dolidze. Like, yeah, I think Dolidze won it, but there was moments where like Vettori was really battering him a little bit early in the round, and then the second half, Dolidze, did a bit more. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like this fight's a lot closer than it's maybe going to appear to some people, but Roman gets the win. Call that Adesanya. You're not getting Adesanya. I think they should do Roman Dolidze versus Jared Cannonier. I think Anthony Hernandez should fight Izzy, and Whitaker should fight Strickland. So yeah, that's what I think they should do next in the middleweight division. In my personal opinion, stay away from rematches. Let's try and avoid doing any fucking rematches because I'm so sick of them. This fight didn't even have to happen. You could have had one of these guys build up another guy. Instead, they're gonna go on and do nothing in the division. Like, let's be real. Like, why would you build one of these guys up when you could like see how they do against a younger guy? But yeah, whatever floats the boat of the UFC, I guess. It's just a typical weird. It's just a typical 2025 UFC booking, right? Like another fight makes no sense. But the UFC have some weird fetish with doing rematches now. Like nobody wanted. Who was like clamoring to watch Roman Dolidze versus Marvin Vettori too? Yeah, it was an alright fight, but there was so many better fights you could have done. You could have done Roman Kopylov versus either of these guys. You could have done Paulo Costa versus Roman Dolidze. Like there was so many more fresher fights you could have done. Why are we running these two back? They only fought 2 years ago. But and like literally Vettori. This was 2 fights ago for Vettori too. Like it's just a weird matchup. Makes no sense. But anyway, that's my thoughts on UFC Fight Night. Vettori versus Dolidze. Let me know what you guys thought of this card, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Peace.